but Gina gambled. I did not.
Okay.
So she's sitting down playing, and I'm sitting next to her. I haven't had anything to drink yet. And this waiter comes with a little circle tray like a butler, and he's just like, may I offer anybody a drink? Or can I get anybody a drink? And I was like, yeah, drinks at the casino. Yeah, do you have a Coors Light? And he said, great. Would you like anything, ma'am? She's like, no, I'm good. And he's like, okay. He walks away, and then Gina says, you know that's not free. And I went, what? I thought when you gamble, it's free. And she goes, this isn't Vegas, sweetie.
This isn't Vegas.
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
So we are born in the 80s, but we're 90s kids, right? And we all love that first Turtles movie. We reviewed it this year with Nostalgia Extravaganza. We love that first Turtles movie.
I love most Turtles movies.
You don't love number 3. You don't love number 3. Stop it.
Well, that's why I said most.
Yeah. So is Turtles Mutant Mayhem better than the OG Turtles movie? Or is it better or on the same page with Secret of the Ooze? Where are we at, Eric? How the hell are you doing?
I'm excited to talk about this. This is a different type of Ninja Turtles. I would go ahead and say that. It's just because the one that we grew up with was one live action and a bit, I want to say like a little more adult. Maybe just for older, maybe like an older teen, because the Turtle comics, if I remember, are pretty dark.
That's the myth, right? Like the first ones were black and white, and they kill Shredder in the first issue.
Yeah. Both in like theme and in color. But at the same part, this, as the Turtles have aged, I guess, or at least the franchise has aged, they've explored a lot more. So they've gone kind of to the more battle side. They've done crossovers, and they've tried to revamp it a few different times. What was that one with Megan Fox?
We reviewed the second one.
Yeah, I think we did. And the first one of that, oh goodness, I'm trying to pull it up here.
It was Ninja Turtles, and the sequel was Out of the Shadow, and that's what Krang had his motion picture debut.
That's right. Because it was a TMN. Oh, and then they did another one called TMNT.
Right. So it was the original Turtles, and it was Turtles Secret of the Ooze, then Turtles 3. TMNT is actually canon in that original trilogy. So that's actually the 4th movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm not blowing smoke up your butt. Like, that's interesting because I was reading up about Turtle stuff last night, and they said that Nickelodeon cartoon movie, TMNT, is canon with that original. Yeah, so that's like a quadrilogy, if you will.
I guess that makes sense because they didn't have Casey Jones in that one, and April O'Neil with Sarah Geller in that one. But that one was okay. I didn't mind it. It's kind of on the bottom part of it, but this is a different type of Ninja Turtles because the other part of it too. You also have the revamping of the TV shows, right?
Yeah, which Riley liked the TV shows. Like they have like the blocky kind of looking turtles on Nickelodeon, and they have like a more like teenage drawn. I'll be the guy if you're not going to be the guy. This is Ninja Turtle Spider-Man. I mean, that's what the animation is. That's what they're going for. Hey, Spider-Man Across the Universe, whatever the first one that came out.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's exactly what this is.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that they're ripping it off. I mean, I don't want to go as jerk as that, but that's what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What was the production company on that? Because Sony did Spider-Man, right? And this one was Paramount Pictures. Distribution production companies was Nickelodeon for this one. Point Grey. PG.
This is PG. Interesting. Big names with this one too, right? This is probably
a lot of big names. Oh, hey, I'm sorry to cut you off. They also did Point Grey Pictures. They also did Cobweb.
Oh, well. Ooh, okay.
We're on a Point Grey streak right now, huh?
Yes, we are. One more, and they get the golden headphones.
Well, they've done a lot of movies that we reviewed, actually.
Have they really?
Yep.
Give me
Disaster Artist.
We reviewed those, yes.
Didn't we do Good Boys?
That's with the kids that are
This-
trying to get the girlfriend. Yeah, we did that.
the young kids that swear.
Yeah, drinking a beer and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they break up at the end. Classic. So this is the most diverse the Turtles have been across the board. I mean, this is every walk of life. This is interesting, and I'm actually digging it because they're doing it with Spider-Man a little bit too. Like they're in New York. New York is such a melting pot, right? They say that America is a melting pot, but I would say New York is like every walk of life is in New York, and that's what they're showing in this one, right? We get a different race for April O'Neil. The Turtles are voiced with different races, obviously, right? I mean, like
Baxter
it's
too.
who? Oh, Baxter. So I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing because it's showing New York. I've been to Manhattan, I've been to Brooklyn, and it's diverse. So it's kind of cool to kind of see this. I right off the bat, the gripes that I have with this movie, the opening of the Doctor with the whole creating mutants thing, that's not a problem for me.
Okay.
What's a problem for me is that we get another here we go again Turtles origin. And when are they going to stop that? They need to like Tom Holland Spider-Man this where they already have been the Turtles and we don't need to go into this backstory. Like maybe Batman 89 kind of style.
Sure. I agree with you halfway on that. I understand what your gripe is, but I think it's might be a bit more different for this type of movie because it does matter. The other ones that I'm familiar with and that you are familiar with seem to be more origin around Splinter and
Right.
his connection with Shredder and kind of that relation and how Shredder a lot more Shredder centric. Whereas this one is about TCRI seems to be more of the villain in this, right? The Phantom
Which
Company that
which I thought it was TGRI, but which one's accurate?
they're
TGRI or is this one comic accurate?
well, that's what again why I think that it's more acceptable that they do a little bit minor of an origin story on this one, just because they're switching it up a bit, right? This isn't ooze that was shipped from uh, across seas. This was Baxter developing a mutant serum, right, to um, create his own creations, to create his family, and the company attacking him, and then having
Right.
that ooze. Which did they call it ooze, but didn't they call it something else?
Turtles, I thought, called it ooze, but then like Superfly and all the other mutants called it something else, and they were like, "No, don't call it that. It's
No, it's
ooze."
called ooze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, so I think that they were trying to just gloss over the origin story just to do the minor changes that we know of that story.
well, my 7-year-old was pissed, and this is a true story. So I've showed her the turtle stuff, right? And
Okay.
I showed her the original cartoon, and the original cartoon is such a. I don't know if the original cartoon is a bastardization of the comic or not, right? I'm not going to pretend that I know Turtles comics,
It
but
is.
in that
It's a kid dumbed version.
okay, because in the comics, Splinter was a. I'm sorry, in the original cartoon, Splinter was a man that was fighting against what was going to be Shredder, and he got turned into a rat.
Okay.
Okay, so we're watching the origin story. My 7-year-old Riley and I are, and she goes, "That's not right. Splinter was a man, Dad." And it's like, not in this movie, sweetie. And here's the thing. I kind of like that Splinter wasn't a man. I actually like this idea of Splinter was just a rat. Now, I know that was like that in the original movie that we see, but we get to see Splinter in his rat life, do his rat things. I actually kind of liked that, right? To see who Splinter is. I like the 70s fro. Love it all.
That's where I think the origin was more about Splinter and less about the turtles. We got to see obviously the slime or the ooze do that, but that part that maybe was the eye roll was when Splinter was okay. Well, let me take you back to tell you about the story and showing him how he was a street rat and um, how he hates humans, or how he grew to not like humans because he sees them as a threat. And obviously, so it's a New York rat. Nobody likes a New York rat. Uh, but that part was very funny. I found Jackie Chan in this role to be quite charming. Splinter,
Was that the voice?
yeah.
That
There,
was the voice?
there are, again, this is a star-studded cast here, man. Every name on here, I think everyone except for the four turtles is somebody.
Yeah, well, I mean, obvious Superfly is Ice Cube. I mean, you got that voice
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
you can hear that. Yeah.
And then, of course, oh shoot, the pig was Seth Rogen, of course.
Yeah, and
Twice he's played a warthog.
that's Bebop. Do you know who Rocksteady is?
No,
Isn't that John Cena?
perfect, nice.
You couldn't even see him.
Can't see him. So yeah, I mean, it was fine. I thought the animation would bother me. The animation did not bother me. I actually found the animation quite charming. I dug the animation. I thought it was perfect for this world that they were setting up. Also, the turtles are thieves. So they're running out of food or something in the beginning. So Splinter sends them out to go get food, and they're just straight up stealing stuff.
Oh yeah, they're just grocery shopping.
Right. And they're young. I mean, some of these voices are diverse. What I mean by that is Donatello sounds like a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Like Mikey sounds like a teenager. Leonardo sounds a little bit of a kid, but Mike and Raph sound like teenagers.
Like
the other
older,
two sound like,
yeah.
yeah, they sound like kids. Raph was always my favorite.
Well, yeah.
What was your favorite? Was Raph?
I mean, I've always picked Raph. He's cool but rude. But to be honest, because I always thought that Raph was the leader at first because of that song at the end of Turtles, which we talked about, where TURTLE Power, where the lyric is Raphael, he's the leader of the group. But everywhere else puts Leo as the lead role.
All right. Well, let's kind of. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's talk about it. So we have this guy Baxter, who is a scientist rogue guy who's working for TGRG.
TCRI. By the way, do you know who voices Baxter?
I don't know any of the voices.
It's I can't. I'm Esposito, the guy who plays Gus in Breaking Bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian.
Okay.
Oh goodness, I can't. Giancarlo Esposito.
Gus.
I tried it, and I probably messed it up. I apologize. He's a fan of the show,
Gus.
of course.
But he's this rogue scientist, and he's lonely. Like his thing is that he takes animals, creatures, insects, right, and he creates this mutanogen, and he just wants to have a family. He doesn't want it because he said a line that the company wants to turn these things into weapons. He doesn't want that. He wants a family.
That's right.
And then the company comes, messes up his day, and the Superfly becomes Superfly and is like starts scratching people or something. And Ooze falls down the drain. Turtles, we get that establishment. Now we're 15 years later, and the Turtles are
teenagers.
Controversial.
What?
These are probably the best Turtles we've ever gotten.
I really like these Turtles a lot. The way that they just kind of banter off each other, the way they are indecisive but with each other. I'm with it.
They sound like brothers. They act and sound like brothers. This is the best Turtles. I mean, for just these four, these are perfect.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
They did a really good job.
Turtles. They also did a really good job with how they're growing up too, because in the other iterations, I guess, of the Turtles, we see them almost unaffected by the culture above them. Whereas these Turtles, aside from them having cell phones, they're tuned in to the world that's going on to New York City. You know, they want to be where the people are. They want to see them dancing. They want to go up there and walk with them. You know, up where they run. Where they play
That
all day. All right, I'm done
our
with the joke. I get it.
our show is over with. I mean, there's no way we can come back from that one.
But you understand what I'm saying, right?
No, I
They
get
see
it. I
this
get it.
world that they're not a part of, and they want to be a part of that, and they make constant jokes
They want to
about
go to
pop
high school.
culture. Yeah, about the musicians, actors. They are in our world.
They're in our world currently right now. This is not Turtles 1990. This is Turtles 2023. It feels like it, and I'm kind of digging it. So then it's been 15 years, and there's this. I'm going to say supervillain, but the media in the movie it doesn't think it's an actual mutant, but they're calling this thing Superfly, where it's stealing uh, shipments from the company TG TC whatever. I'm gonna say TGRI because that's what it is. Leave me alone.
TGIF. Why not?
No, yeah, they don't. They're not good.
It's
Every, it,
Techno Cosmic Research Institute, TCRI.
I like TGRI, but okay. So, um, we get into April O'Neil. So I had to step away for a minute. I was watching this with my daughter, and I had to step away. And where I step away from for a minute was when they met April O'Neil. She doesn't. This is a different April. She doesn't want to be in front of the camera. She wants to be a journalist. She just wants to write.
She wants to be kind of in front of the camera, but she's nervous to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, she throws up.
She throws up. And yeah, this is a very different April O'Neil than what we're used to. We're used to seeing the sex symbol, kind of my first crush ever, maybe as a boy, is a cartoon April O'Neil in a yellow jumpsuit. But yeah, this April is, well, for one, a teenager. She still has the yellow raincoat, which is
Cool. Yeah,
yeah great to
that's
kind
good.
of to throw that in there. It's a very unique identifier, right? You see that and you go, I know who that is. And I liked the way that she's introduced with a ninja star in her helmet. I like the way that
I
that she went back and they joked about that helmet. Like it's
yeah. I really really like this. I mean, I don't know who any of these voice actors are until you tell me because that's kind of fun for me. But like, I'm enjoying the cast. I'm enjoying the selection of choices that they're making. I also I kind of folded my arms out of disappointment, but then as it went on, I kind of enjoyed it. Where like Splinter, I'm like, wait a minute, if Splinter wasn't human and he didn't practice the art of ninja, then how are these boys knowing ninja? Oh, Splinter takes them up when they're babies, and ridiculous, right? Splinter, this giant rat, takes these four turtles up to Times Square, and somebody's like, "It's a rat, man! Kill it!" Which is ridiculous. And then he's like, I gotta teach these boys the way of ninja. And it's like, oh, that's stupid. I fold my arms. But as the montages going with all like the with all the Chinese stuff or whatever they were doing, with all the movies and things, I was like, oh, okay, I'm actually enjoying this. Like, this is funny. Okay, this makes sense in this movie. I'm enjoying this.
yeah.
But then we find out that Superfly is not a man. Superfly is Ice Cube. And he is literally the Fly from the beginning of the movie, and all the mutants have survived, and we get to meet all these characters. I Googled when I watched the movie, Rogue's Gallery of Turtle villains. The majority of these are not. These are made up.
Well, some of them are, like Leatherhead is a real.
Leatherhead is, but some of them aren't. Like the one fly bug thing that just doesn't talk.
Oh yeah, that amalgamation kind of
right.
bug thing is not right.
I don't think the lizard is either. The lizard was my favorite.
Yeah, I was trying to think. It's like I don't think that Mondo lizard. I don't remember it being one, or maybe if it was, then some of these might be maybe new gen. But wasn't there one turtle that was like a party, like a bigger partier than Michelangelo?
I don't know. I know there was a girl turtle in the show.
Oh boy, maybe yeah, getting our dated age here where I just don't know.
But I like. Was he a lizard? Was he a gecko? I don't know, but I liked him because like
he was great.
Towards the middle, because in the middle of the movie they're just like, "Do you know how to drive?" And he's like, "No." But yeah, so April is trying to crack the case of the Superfly thing, and the turtles find him, right? And Superfly like opens up his wings to them, right? And is like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We don't like humans. We're stealing this stuff so we can create a super weapon, a la Magneto from X-Men. That's 100% the plot.
Yeah.
And the plot is the same as X-Men, the original X-Men from 2000, people for listening, is that I'm going to create a weapon that goes into the atmosphere to kill all the humans and to turn all the animals into mutants. That's straight up Magneto's plot, right?
Yep.
In a way, kind of. Not really, but kind of.
But
so kind of
yeah, it's the prejudice that these people are different, and if they can either eliminate everybody or make them all different, then they all become equal then. And ultimately their goal is to either get acceptance or take it, I guess.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, we're gonna accept. Yeah, I don't know. I'm laughing because I did want to say, yeah, that's pretty much the case. And throughout this whole movie, they were hinting at the Turtlemobile with the van, because we get a fun chase too in the middle of this movie with Superfly chase. And I like the turtles were like, hey, we're gonna go and like just kill all the humans, and then like they're in the back of the van, and they're like, we need like a long pointy device that's strong enough so we can press the brakes. And Donatello's like this or whatever, like a post. And then they slam the brakes, and then those mutants just fly through the front of it. That was fun.
Well, especially because they're singing Four Non Blondes "What's Up" during that whole sequence.
Yeah, there's a lot of '90s songs in this. I was enjoying that too. Like, didn't they have No Diggity when they were in Superflies?
They did. They had Old Dirty Bastards, Shimmy Shimmy Shaw, Shimmy Yay. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Like it raw. My daughter said, I like this song. I was like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. Yeah, Sarah Down was like, I'm going to teach you about Old Dirty Bastard, a.k.a. Big Baby Jesus, a.k.a. Dirt McGurk. And we're gonna go through his whole catalog here.
How are you feeling right at this moment? Like, how are you feeling? Like, are you feeling, oh, yes, a breath of fresh air, no Shredder? Or are you feeling, I need my Shredder, my Foot Clan?
No,
like,
I absolutely noticed that. And I think because of that, I got invested way more into it. I really did. And just as you were talking about that part when they first got to meet Superfly, and they're having like this bonding moment where it's like, oh, more mutants. I thought we were the only ones. Oh, you know, and they're having like this, oh, we're all cousins, kind of a thing. It was great. I really enjoyed that, and I'm on board with it too, because yeah, that's kind of almost like an actual thing. Like, hey, we're all mutants. We're all from the same ooze, from the same soup. Why aren't we friends and working together here? That was yes, that was refreshing. I was very happy, and it seemed like as more as this movie progressed, the more on board I was.
Oh, okay. Because the rest of the movie's kind of predictable, right? I mean, they realize that he's a bad guy, and they kind of try to stop him, right? And of course, they're leading up to Shredder, obviously.
Oh well, I didn't expect that until we got to see the post credits.
There's a post credit scene? I didn't know that.
Oh, buddy, you did not see the post credits?
I did not. I didn't know there was a post credit scene. Okay.
Well, there is a Shredder. He's in post credits.
Oh, is he voiced by The Rock or something?
No, he wasn't even. It was just a what's that? A silhouette, kind of standing over the New York. It was after, because the leader of TCRI, Cynthia, with the one with the hair, voiced by Maya Rudolph, by the way. She had said that, okay, well, you know, get Plan B at the end of the movie, kind of a thing, after the credits roll, and that's when they call in Shredder, because she wants to get rid of the mutants.
Right. So then the sequel, which is going to be, right, because this movie's big enough, they're gonna have Shredder involved. So, like I said, there's not much I have to say from the car chase on, because everything else is pretty much hitting the beats, hitting the points, right? Because we know that the turtles are going to go and defeat Superfly and blah, 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 blah. I like Superfly. I think this is a very good idea to have a villain. And I guess Superfly is a part of the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
So like it was.
I thought Superfly was more of the after effect of Baxter, because Baxter Stockton was the scientist, and he was experimenting with mutants, and right then something kind of happened, accident in the lab as it per usual, and he turns into the Fly, Baxter the Fly.
Was that the comic origin? You're talking about this movie?
I'm talking about the kind of comics or shows back.
Oh, I have
then.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I'm telling you.
Okay, so that's what happens in the comics that this Baxter created.
Yeah, but the scientist Baxter is he is mutated into the Superfly.
But in this movie, Superfly was it's its own thing.
Yeah, they are their own thing. Which again, I am all right with it. That's fine. Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm reading a little bit more. I didn't know that Post Malone was Ray Fillet.
Who?
Ray Fillet, the mutant that was always singing.
Oh, that was Posty? He's my best friend.
And then, the Mondo Gecko was Paul Rudd. Wow. Genghis Frog was Hannibal Buress.
Oh, my God.
Mr. Beast was the Times Square guy.
The Times Square guy, meaning we got to kill the giant rat man?
I don't know. He's just credited as Times Square guy. Okay. There's a bunch of other people. And then, like Rose Byrne was Leatherhead.
Who directed this? Because I saw some promotional stuff about this, and Seth Rogen was everywhere, and he's not in the movie that often.
No, but he did write the movie. He and Evan Goldberg wrote the movie and produced.
Why do I know Evan Goldberg?
They're the common duo, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. They did all the stuff with like James Franco, Superbad, This Is the End, Sausage Party.
Oh, okay. So Evan's just a writer. He's not an actor.
I'm sure he's popped up in a few things, but he's more of the writer producer.
Gotcha. Can I say something that's not very popular? I hate This Is the End, but that's my opinion.
Well, that's fine. That was just a paycheck movie done on a weekend anyway.
Yeah, it was terrible, and I'm not really that big of a fan of Superbad either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not. Man.
I think Superbad kind of holds a little bit more than
I like
the
40-year-old virgin. I like 40-year-old virgin stuff. Like I like that. That was funny. Okay, so Seth Rogen is the only credited. I mean, him and Evan are the only guys that wrote this thing.
Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, and Jeff Rowe.
Okay, so Seth Rogen probably. I mean, like I can see Seth Rogen smoking a lot of weed and saying, "We got to do a Turtles movie." I mean, like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet you that this was a bit of a passion project from them. And they probably have a studio, and they thought that they could just kind of crunch this one out and let the animation part take a while to do. While they could, they could write the script, they could do the voicing, and then they could let the animators basically just bring it home, right?
Right. No, I'm fine. See, that's why I was asking at the beginning of the episode. It's like, where does this rank? And I think that's something to kind of talk about, right? Because it's like,
well, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that. So, are we still, you and me, going to say, I think we speak for the millennials here, right? Are we going to say that nothing's going to beat the OG Turtles movie? I mean, does this thing beat it? Does this thing come second? Like, where does this? I mean, no, what's one?
I am not that hard of a faithful to say that the first Ninja Turtles live action one is the answer. It is the best, and it is it has its flaws. I understand that. It really does. And after giving it the rewatch for a nostalgia extravaganza, there's a lot more that I picked up on that I didn't before, like the police chief thing and the whole issue with Danny and his dad in that movie. But there's the thing is that those have a little bit extra characters and another story that's going on with it, right? There's a problem in the city, and that is the rise of this crime and the Shredder guy making a gang. Whereas this, because it's a cartoon, it's able to go obviously a little bit more ridiculous, and that's what I kind of know the Turtles to be, right? Is not so much this real take on New York crime and coming of age, but just kind of like this action comedy. Let's just go ahead in there and have fun, and when we're done, we can go in the playground afterwards, and you can be Leo, I'll be Michelangelo, and we can, do high kicks and high yas with each other.
Yeah,
And
because this is about Ninja Turtles.
yeah, I think I don't think I like this one a lot more. I like this one a lot more because it has a a breath of humor in it. There's a lot more witty comments in this. There's callbacks to jokes. There's a lot more pop culture in this. I don't know if that's going to age well
Well,
because in the other one, um, I think the first one aged a bit more because it didn't put that stamp, that date on it, right? There are some parts where it does, like obviously they have payphones and there's no like computers or cell phones in those movies. And the music is awesome. Oh man, I love that music in Ninja Turtles, the first one. Um, just hearing like kind of like the part when the foot goes into April's apartment in the first
yeah,
movie. There's like
that was
that
brutal.
techno kind of background to it. I loved it. That was great. But the soundtrack in this one was banging, man. You had again as we were talking about this, it kind of all walks
This-
there. They had that What's Up version. They had it going from Four Non Blondes to the He-Man cover. Do you remember
Yeah,
the
I
YouTube
noticed
He-Man
that.
version?
I noticed that. I was like, oh, this is happening. Yeah, I noticed that. Because I'm sitting here and I'm sorry, right? But like, I'm trying to rank these movies and I'm watching this, and like, I'm saying that the newer live action ones, the ones making Fox, those are the pits. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Those are really bad.
I didn't mind that first one, but that second one was not good.
It was bad. I'm gonna say like those two are the worst. I'm gonna say TMNT is after that because nobody really cared.
Yeah.
And then probably Turtles 3. And see, this is where I'm torn between these three: Mutant Mayhem, Secret of the Ooze, and the OG Turtles. And that's kind of going with my popcorn rating.
Oh,
Is that
did
what
you
I
hear
do?
Go Ninja
Yeah,
in this one?
where dude, they miss opportunity, but putting in Tokar and Razor in this too.
Oh, sure. Hey, well, there's see it in the second one.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They
Maybe
needed.
there was a lot of nostalgia, a lot of Easter eggs that were happening in this movie, and I think that's another reason why is that it wasn't the nostalgia wasn't thrown in my face like it was for like Mario movie
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah.
where Mario feels like they kind of put up on, hey, remember this type of thing,
Mhm.
where in this it's because Michelangelo or someone gets thrown into a car, turns on the car radio, and you get go ninja, go, and
Go.
then move. That's it. Thank you. Move on to the next thing. They don't dwell on it. It delivers. They realize that. Zip. Move on to the next one. A little flavor here, and if you know, you know, and that's why I think it works a bit more. That's how you should do these nostalgia grabs: is hint at it, make it so that as soon as you hear it, it's worth your chuckle, and then keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah. Let everybody go and download it on Spotify and make that thing pop again, like Metallica recently with Stranger Things, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Um. Yeah. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that. I, I feel that this world, this is a cartoon, even though it's animated. Um, I hope I don't sound silly saying this, but this world feels lived in. This world feels like it's a part of my world. Like it would not be silly to get in your car, turn on the radio, and Four Non Blondes would be playing right now.
Right.
Like, so I believe this world. So then my struggle is with this popcorn rating, Eric. It's like, where does this rank? And you and I both gave the OG Turtles a large. So it's like, if we give this a large, are we saying it is on par may be better. Secret of the Ooze is just holds a place in our young hearts, right?
Well, yeah.
So,
Listen, I'll go first if you want. I'm going to give this one a large flat out. I enjoyed Turtles 1 and 2. Of course, they will always hold a place in my heart. And I think it holds even more on TMN, on Turtles 1 and 2, just because of the bias that we have for it. But I also, because there are a few movies that I can really go off the top of my head that the sequel delivered more than the first. Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, I think really did a great job of getting, just like going a step above without going overstepping. That's what I'm trying to say. And although Super Shredder, that part was kind of dumb just because you get to see him, then he gets crushed again. And it's just like, well, I want to see more Super Shredder, especially because he kills himself,
right. And it was Kevin Nash from WCW that played him. And it's
But
all
still,
that
like,
stuff.
because in that movie you had Ernie Reyes Jr., the Pizza Boy, which huge. That movie was already that kid stole the show. Okay,
Wasn't he in Surf Ninjas?
you damn right he was in Surf Ninjas,
Yes, he was.
which we should have done that for Nostalgia Extravaganza.
We
Anyway,
should've.
and you had Tonka and Razor in that one too. Not Bebop and Rocksteady, but still you get to see some mutants there. You had Vanilla Ice, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But there
And
was
this
a whole
iceness.
yeah, and then you had the whole raft thing. Oh yeah, they get the new sewer layer in that one
Subway.
too. Yeah, which was
That
really
one was
cool.
cool. Nobody's going to beat that.
Yeah, exactly. But and you had all those more jokes, a little two raff kind of a thing, uh, in those movies, and I enjoyed them. But there was still that level because of it being in the real world and real humans and acting and stuff like that. There's still that level of pretend that you cannot go past. There's still kind of that realm of just believable that you can't break because you're in a cartoon, because you're in an animated movie. You're allowed to go past that. You're allowed to play a bit more. You're allowed to do those kind of freeze frames or whatever you need to do. And I think they did it very well. It plays better, at least for me, in this movie. There was a lot more jokes. The brothers really did feel like they were brothers, rather that they were not fighting each other all the time. Those other movies, I think it really made the Turtles different. It really made all from the what's that personality test, the
The
Briggs,
ink blot? No.
yeah, where the different personality types, they really put those turtles into their different personality types. In this one, they all seemed like they were kind of the same, and they just had those little parts that made them different. But they were all basically kind of, the same brother. They enjoyed each other a little bit. One just happened to be a little bit more naive. The other one happened to be a little bit more daring. They had those unique characteristics they haven't grown into yet. They're still teenagers. I just like this one a lot more, man. I actually would watch this one again, and I'm excited for a sequel on this one. I would not want to watch the other ones. I guess as quickly as I would rewatch this one. I was surprised. I really was, man. It's a large back.
Yeah, this one's been an honor. This is yet another issue where you and I have put this on the schedule, taken it off, put this on. You did not want to watch this at the beginning when this was on the schedule months ago.
Yeah, you're right. I was curious just because again it's another eye roll, like, oh, Turtles again. But the fact that they're all teenagers was appealing.
Yeah, no, Eric, do I dare try to follow that, right? I mean, yes, it's a large. This movie's fun. The animation is great. Again, I don't want to steal your thunder, right? The brothers are exactly what I thought brothers would be. I have a brother. This is how brothers talk, if you will, like siblings would talk. And they're different, but they have their traits, I actually kind of dug the new Splinter storyline. I thought that was kind of neat.
Sure.
It was a breath of fresh air. Oh, thank God we don't have Shredder. It's like having every Spider-Man with Doc Ock. It's like, okay, let's move on, right? So it's like that.
How do you like them being in high school and being these childhood friends with April?
I like the childhood friend with April because we all know that the April from the OG movie is not really. She's not supposed to be April, but she's OG April, right? So them being in high school and trying to live this normal life, I'm digging. Of course, we're doing the sequel. This is going to be disrupted. But I like the brothers. I like Splinter. I like that we get a bunch of mutants. Maybe too many mutants, I guess, would be my gripe. Maybe just stick with like 3 or 4.
There you go. Ninja Turtles 2, Too Many Mutants.
Yeah, no, just this, just like this one, Mutant Mayhem, just like make like 3 or 4, just make it easy and simple. Maybe not have Rocksteady and Bebop in this, right? Maybe because you're just adding too much. So
Did it help at all that they were all in the background, that they weren't kind of like the mini boss that we got to see as the other ones?
Yeah. I mean, it's fine that they're in the background, but I just think that they're too much because I think that every single one of these mutants are very interesting in this movie. And I think that, because these mutants are written so interesting to me that I would rather have gotten more of them.
Sure.
So maybe, like I said, there's just too many. The voice acting, oh my God, like so many great actors are voicing these parts. This is great. Finally, after what? Since what was Turtles 2? 92? 93? Finally, 30 years later, we get a good Turtles movie again. I mean, if you think about it, we haven't had a great Turtles movie since Turtles 2. And Turtles 2 is actually a critical flop. Nobody agrees with you or me that Turtles 2 is good. But if you put on the review goggles, Turtle 2 is probably not good. But I think Turtles 2 came out of 91, 92?
91.
So it's been, 32 years since we've had a great Turtles movie.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is a great one. If you are a millennial, this is perfect for you. If you're a boomer, probably not.
If you're a boomer, I don't think any of the Ninja Turtles would be up your alley. But no, that's the other thing is that I think this movie does a great job as well of bringing in a different generation too.
Yeah.
You said that your daughter was watching this?
Yeah, she honestly, man, she got halfway through. She was checked out, but she's 7, so I don't expect.
So yeah, maybe you get like a 10-year-old boy maybe watching this, or another kid who's maybe interested. Yeah, I feel like this is a better bridge for the generations.
I feel this is better than Mario. Mario was $1 billion movie this year. This movie didn't get a bill.
Yeah. I will die on this hill that Mario pandered that to death.
But we did enjoy it. We did give it a good review, but this movie was more fun.
Yes.
This movie was more fun. That is it for our Turtles Mutant Mayhem. There will be a sequel probably, so in the next 2-3 years.
Bag? Did you say large?
Yeah, large. Yeah, large. Yeah, it's definitely a large bag of popcorn. Give me some butter on there. Maybe some of those dressings that they have at the theaters, right? It was fun. It was fun.
Did you in the Splinter origin story where he talked about, or he did have one friend, that the cockroach named Kevin?
That I laughed my ass off on that because he was like, I did have one friend, his name was Kevin, and the guy squished him and his little legs were twitching, and it was hilarious.
And then he says, "Yeah, I had one friend, Kevin. Oh, then he died, and then I ate.
Then I ate." Yeah. This is fun. This is really, really fun. Check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a check it out. And again,
it's worth
post credits. Watch the post credit.
And I was surprised about how I felt, and I do kind of wish this was one of those where it's like, man, I wish we didn't wait till streaming. But then again, I'm kind of glad I am. They'll be waited till Paramount Plus. You can get this on Paramount Plus, everybody, if you want to pay the $5 a month. We're not, for some reason.
Well, theaters are just not. Theaters are for Taylor Swift concerts now.
Darn right they are. Get some T Swift.
I can't go to the tour live, so you can go to the movie theater and catch it secondhand.
Thank you, everybody, for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Check us out at Movie Guys Podcast at podbean.com. Check us out on Instagram at Movie Guys Pod, or you can listen to us wherever you get podcasts from. We are on that platform. Eric, thank you so much for joining me. and we'll be back next Thursday for another awesome episode. Have a good night.
And you met your new best friend, our waiter at Buddy's, who was very flamboyantly attracted to you, and it seemed like you were going to get a number at the end of our dinner.
That guy did not find me attractive at all. What are you talking about? If he did, then I'm blind to it.
Then you are a natural flirt, then, sir, because I have seen flirting, and then I saw that.
Are you accusing me of flirting with a guy at Buddy's Pizza? I was being a nice guy. One would say that I would flirt with you then back in the day. I treated him the way I treated you.
Okay, yeah, you sound like that innocent girl, by the way, too, who just let on, everyone's
Half
friend
the
Peter
team.
over there. Yeah, I was just being nice to him, type of thing. I didn't know that he was going to follow me home. Yeah, exactly.
Are you going to sit here and say that I was flirting with you then to get you to come onto the show years ago?
You constantly flirt with me, and I believe that Gina and Sarah can contest to that.
I don't find you sexually attractive, Eric. I'm not gay.
This is why, Jordan, I said that you're a natural salesman, because you're nothing but you're not like R. Kelly flirt style, okay? You're like more of the Usher flirt style. Same song, but
I'm just a schmoozer.
Yeah. Oh no, T-Pain was in that song "Flirt," right? Yeah.
So you think I was flirting?
R. Kelly and Usher were in Same Girl, and then R. Kelly and T-Pain did "Flirt." Yeah.
Well, evidently I'm not flirting, but I'm just talking. But that's me.
You're a very friendly person.
But thank you. Yeah, so.
And that's why, yeah, exactly why you need to be in sales. You get them liquored up. You start flirting. I'm sorry, talking friendly.
Nice.
And make sure that they give them your credit card number, or they give you their credit card number, and you make the sale. You close, big guy. It's like, hey, Jordan needs the deal. I'll do what it takes to close on this deal. I need the deal.
You know why I don't want to be a sales guy? Because I feel like I would be like Gil from The Simpsons. Oh, geez, I just need there goes the car.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me. I ain't gonna do that.
Isn't that based off of Jack Lemmon and
Glengarry
Glenn Ross?
That's what I imagine it is. It's like, coffee's for
come
closers.
on, Mary said I can't come home without this deal. I need it today. I need you to just take this pen and sign it right there on the paper, and we can all go home happy.